Okay, so I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper again, and a question to put into the cards. My intention is to know, to have only the truth. I only want to be drawn to the right cards to find out. I'm going to change this up a little bit. Will Trump ever be declared an illegitimately elected president? Okay. I don't know why that took so long, but it did. Okay, 1, 2. Fourteen. Okay, then I'll grab these from the bottom. These here. Oops, and my chopstick. Okay, well, that should be Ivanka, but we'll see. I always have to wait till the other cards around, the surrounding cards will give clues to the person. Okay, so there's our top row. There's a foreign connection. Okay, wow, this is revealing. Okay. So, he didn't show up here. I'll look at the bottom cards in a bit, but right in the center, I'm drawn to, I guess because it's like right in front of my face here, but the center card is really important because it knights up to 4 other cards here. So, and this whole thing is about him. So here we have his tremendous mental health issue, exacerbated by drugs, and I always have thought he will drink whenever he can, but drugs and alcohol, exacerbated by his addictions, let's just put it that way. And this is also all his foreign connections, which he's been very ambitious about over the years. His health has him down in a way that he can't get out from under. And he's helpless to his health. He's also being watched. This is my card for surveillance. Okay, so opening up the reading, as far as the question goes, if he'll ever be declared an illegitimately elected president, it's doubtful. There's not really the rules in place. Now that doesn't mean that he couldn't wind up, but you'd think he would wind up in a military prison, But I think his health is going to get to him, and maybe a plea of insanity before anything else. But there is, there's an important discovery when we have the courthouse card. Could also be an important decision because of his mental health issue. And that is, his strategy. And he always manages to bring in money based on his poor me, I'm a victim. They're, it's a witch hunt. They're beating me up, right? He plays the victim card here, right? The deceptive, deceiving victim, poor me, and then he gets support, right? This could be Ivanka, because this is usually the daughter card, but it could also be the stand-in card for any creative, wealthy person, people, colleagues, anybody who tries to make him happy. I mean, and there are a bunch of just dumb. I mean, I'm sorry if you're somebody that watches this at some point, and I'm just. Let me change it. Let's. There are many people out there who have fallen into the trap of gullibility to a demented demagogue. Let's just say that, or demagogue, I should say. It's not demi, it's dema. Okay. So, but this 9 box here talks to his deception. That will be discovered. Hopefully there'll be a new law that's written about that. This could even be a younger person. No, I don't feel it. I'm not, so forget it. I just feel like there are younger people that support him, and while he plays the poverty card, and because look at this. But then again, all of this is his future too. So he could just be completely toast, and his brand is toast already. That would be this here. But then again, maybe he's worried, really worried about the fact that probably tons of younger people who couldn't make a living in their country and have fled, their country, probably, came into Mar-a-Lago. There is that tunnel that goes from the beach. So imagine, people coming in up on, a little skiff or a little, dinghy or whatever, or some boat, or even a big boat, and then making their way up to Mar-a-Lago for employment, right? Because they can't do anything else. They need to, and then maybe they don't speak English, all of those things. That's all right here. My goodness. And then here we are with the human trafficking, stealing, a person's life. This is what he's been involved in. He's been married to the mob from the get-go. It may become, there may be, I'm thinking, well, that's obvious. He's had tons and tons of lawsuits, and he will continue to have more. Can you imagine all the movies and series that are going to be coming out? But as far as will he be declared the illegitimately elected POTUS, and Putin's, plan, will that be shown? I mean, they've already, see, that's the thing. We just have to remember that there was that bipartisan Senate Intel Committee that declared the NRA was a foreign asset, and so here would be a foreign asset, and then, right? I mean, the support and they're back. The NRA they've won their court case, and they've moved to Texas. So they're not in New York anymore, but they've moved to, they're not headquartered in New York. They are now in Texas. So, yeah. But anyway, Putin's, well, let's see, the plan and the strategy is here. The revelation the discovery of Putin's plan is here. With the official person, this is a yes card, and this is all the money laundering, human trafficking here, with all of these cards, and all the money that was made off of the human trafficking. All of that, I think, will be coming out. This could also be our stand-in for Jack Smith and Sheldon Whitehouse and Merrick Garland, DOJ. See, we have clues to who this guy is here. See how the mature man knights to the courthouse? And they're on top of this whole, we've got the money laundering here, the child trafficking, human trafficking, all here, all through here, and the investigations here, investigations and discovery here. This could be our Fonnie Willis card. So moving forward in time with him, besides his mental health issue, notice let me see what's at the bottom. Honor, yeah, his reputation is definitely, he's on this soul journey to experience a loss of his reputation, of course, that's been happening. But they're also, I feel like it's all the teamwork he's had, all the supportive, what do you call them, the people who are the most loyal with the Lover's card. But then again, why do we have Melania here? She's always in there. And then the assets. Yeah. Okay. But I don't have, with this particular issue, I don't have the imprisonment card. But it doesn't mean he won't be imprisoned for some other issue, but just on this particular issue only. Because that's all this was about. Remember, this entire spread is only based on the question, will Trump ever be declared an illegitimately elected POTUS? And maybe he will in the future, but I don't think he's going to be around to experience it. But we do have the proof of foreign what's the right word? Interference. I'm trying to think of what Mueller said, that they were interfering and had been interfering for years and continued to do so at that point. And this could be Mueller's report that, there's more discovery coming from his report, even though, nobody wanted to read the 700 pages of it. But maybe that will be made into a movie at some point, and then things are revealed because of that. Definitely everything about the human trafficking and the money laundering, I'm sure will come out. Because, here we have the ambition. So with these four the corners, we have his lying, his stealing and cheating, and especially going after younger women all the time. And then probably this would be more about the attorneys over here with the wealthy man, the attorneys that know how to just delay things and go back and forth and back and forth. And that toil and labor and but then again, like you guys have taught me, that you see this card as being, as you sow, so shall you reap, like a very karmic card. So this would be his karma has been developing, because karma is just the law of cause and effect. So, but then again, you see these two cards together and you think of human trafficking, foreign. On another level, this could even be foreign intelligence, those wheels that are always churning and putting out, like change this instead of it being a, here, I'll hold it up for you. You can see it's like the weaving loom, but what if this was like the, you know, newspaper, the newspapers in the old days, but nowadays it's just everything out on social media. It's constantly moving. There's definitely a toil and labor in delivering information. Yeah, okay. So all I can say is that he's being watched. I think it's his health that will take him out. It would be a long time. This card can be 2 years or more before maybe his health takes him down, you know, completely. Meanwhile, all this information is coming out. He couldn't have any worse of a spread when it comes to this particular issue, though, because we have all of the negative cards here. These two are terrible, and then all of these are pretty bad. Notice we don't see any big old money flow. We do see something here, but it's revealing the foreign money that comes through being laundered, you know, through his resorts, which is further reiterated here with, this would be the Trump Towers and resorts, and that movement always going in, and that could even be money, human trafficking as well there, and all the teamwork to get that going, all the loyalty with all the oligarchs, and then Melania's always in there. So, okay, well, I'll get this uploaded for you guys. Sorry I didn't have better news on that. And maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. There's always that possibility. So, okay, let's just keep praying for justice. That's all that we can do. Just keep praying and fighting for justice. Voting accordingly, right? Okay, take care, you guys. Bye.